Hey there guys, it's Arva here, bringing you the 24th episode of my F1 2012 career. Today we're at Spa, the Belgian Grand Prix for the qualifying. As you can see here, I am in a Merc. It's really cool and sound like a little kid. Yeah, it's just it feels really weird to be in a Merc right now, and the garage just feels really bland compared to the Toro Rosso, because obviously Merc are all just kind of silver and silver and silver. But here we go, so we're here. And we're here to do some business. We're here to get some points for Merc in the constructors, and obviously now with the Merc, I don't think I'll be able to challenge for the title this season, but I will be able to defend my position in second place from Vettel very well, hopefully. So let's get going. Q1, and it's going to be a wet qualifying towards the end. This first session seems pretty dry right now, but it is going to get wet, and then the race it should be completely dry. So let's see what sort of pace we have. So coming through, this qualifying video should be a bit longer than usual, as it is Spa, and you know, in the qualifying there's no kind of correction for the length of the track. You know, you have to still do the same amount of laps usually, so it's going to probably end up maybe about the same length qualifying video as it is race video, strangely enough, because the race video, obviously the race is accounted for in terms of it's only 11 laps, quite short. So change to mix 3 here. I just want to say, if you're new to me and my channel, I'd really appreciate if you could click my channel name above the video and go check out my previous content. You know, go check out all my previous career videos. That might you know, convince you to subscribe. As it says in the annotation above, that I do weekly F1 2012 content. But as well as that, for the next 2 weeks, just about, I'm going to be doing daily episodes because I'm on holiday right now. I'm doing my A-levels, so right now I'm on holiday, so I can bring you guys some daily stuff, and that should be really cool. And maybe I can get a like from you guys, my awesome subs, for posting daily. I don't know if all of you are getting these videos, because it seems pretty slow in terms of the view count when I upload them straight away. Maybe you guys are like busy during the day or something, but it seems pretty slow in terms of even to get up to 100 views. It seems pretty slow, even though I've got over 100 subs. So I don't know if the sub boxes are still a bit crap, and some people aren't really getting any of the videos at all. I don't really know, but I don't know. We'll continue on. I do this for fun, but also I'm just saying it because it's nice to know that people are watching them. But I know a few of my subscribers are a bit dead. They're like the first ones I picked up, and then I didn't post for a while back when I started YouTube, which is like nearly a year ago, I think. Nearly a year. Probably a bit less, when I actually first started posting videos. And obviously my new subs won't be able to see those videos because I've deleted them now. But back when I first started, I didn't even have a PVR. I had like a crappy camera on some like desk recording it. You can probably check out a bit of that with my very first video. You'll be able to see it was like P24 challenge in 2011. Oh, reminiscing, quite weird. So we've done that Q1 lap, and it's all looking pretty good. I think that's an okay lap time. Made a few mistakes here and there. Could have gone a bit faster. So let's see where we are. We're dropping back a bit, quite a lot actually. 10th, 11th, 12th. Yep, we are. Okay, let's see where we're going to drop to. Oh god, alright, we're in the drop zone, so we're going to have to go out onto the option tyres. Strangely, this is not a very good start to the Mercedes life. You know, Mercedes, much better car than Toro Rosso. You know, I should really be able to get into Q2, but just primes on, but I'm going to have to switch to options like I do in the Toro Rosso. So let's see. Oh, it's raining, but it shouldn't be a problem. Right now, you can tell that you can still go on the dries, because right now you can actually see the rain physically dropping down. When you can't really go on options when the actual track looks damp and it's not raining. Right now, it's kind of just starting to rain, so the track's kind of still draining away the water. So I should be able to go on the option tyre. Should be fine. So starting the lap now. All the curves. Change to mix 3 now. Coming down the pit straight for a nice wide first corner. A lot of understeer here if you don't get the braking right, but I do clip the apex. And a bit of curves through to Eau Rouge. Obviously I've got the TRS open, but it automatically closes through Eau Rouge, so no need for me to close it early. Going through flat, not even lifting a tiny bit. Waiting for the DRS to be available again. I open it again, using about half the curves now, down this long straight, maxing out the 7th gear. Brakes are a bit cold, but I shall brake very hard into this corner, and that will heat them up yet again. It's going over that curved bump, very easy to get it wrong here in the rain. Going over the grass slightly, grass on my right tire, that might affect us for this next corner. This next corner has a lot of understeer anyway, but it seems like I've controlled it. I thought maybe the grass on our right tire would add to that understeer. Going through this corner now, you don't really have to brake for those corners, you kind of just have to lift off and just let your car roll through. This section, brake a tiny bit now, let the car roll through now, accelerating now. DRS open with the Merc, obviously double DRS, the stabilisation. I can open the DRS much earlier than the AI in the qualifying, and this is what's going to help me in the qualifying, hopefully, later on. Obviously, when it's raining, it might not help me as much, because when I go into the wet tyres, DRS is not available. But definitely when it comes to dry qualifyings, it will help us towards the end of the season, having that double DRS, which stabilises the front wing, which means we can open it during a corner, which is just, you know, just everyone wants to do that, really. So coming through now, ooh, bit of grass on the right tyre, lifting off a tiny bit through that corner. Coming through now, braking hard, telling us to pit stop. We're going to have to continue the lap though. Shouldn't be a problem because we're going to return to the garage next, going a bit wide there. Kurz, DRS coming through to the finish line. And it's gone fast. It's gone fast by like 1.3 seconds. So that's probably because I've gone out on options. Probably the top runners went on primes. So that's why I was quite surprised that we've had to go out on the options. Quite disappointing starting the Mercedes life. But here we go. So we're going to Q2 now. So it's just loading up. So I think it should be, if I remember correctly, should be a wet qualifying here for Q2. So I should be on the intermediates, I think, possibly. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely looking like a lot of rain. And yep, there you go, intermediates. So obviously park firming conditions. So we've chosen our setup. I've gone for a bit of a dry setup. You know, obviously because of the dry race. So this might not be a great qualifying. And I even fear we might not make it to Q3. So we'll have to see. So coming through now, very damp here. There's a car in front of me. I'm just going to back off a tiny bit, just leave him some room, leave myself some room. So just going to back out, and we're just going to do this therapeutic thing all drivers like to do, swiveling left and right. It does, in actual fact, it doesn't actually help anything to do. It doesn't actually help the tyres get hotter. It's just sort of a therapeutic thing that's kind of gone on and has been a tradition with drivers. What actually heats up the tyres is just braking hard and accelerating in fast jolts. So, coming through now, using a bit of curse here, on the pit exit, you need to get out of the way, man, on the qualifying lap, and also Alonso's got him out of the way, thank you very much. And there's a car in the Eau Rouge, but is he going to get out of the way? Oh crap, I've gone wide, I've gone on the outside of him through the runoff area. It shouldn't be a problem though, because oh no, I don't actually know, it should be a problem because I didn't really slow down a bit, but whatever. But that car was in the way of the middle of Eau Rouge. If it was dry, I probably could have stayed on and just overtaken him in the middle of it. And it's very dry here in this sector actually. Not as wet, it's not very dry, but it's not as wet as the last sector. As you can see, the track looks quite, you know, it's just got patches of darker track which spell puddles. And I'm understeered clear off. Oh crap, spun a bit, no, I've caught it. So definitely it was much drier going down to that understeer corner. You could see that track, just comparing it to now, that track before, that piece of track before was just a lot drier, had just patches of puddles. Braking now, this is a corner where I could get it wrong as well, and I'm gone wide now, but I held it. And here it's getting dry again. As you can see, the track is getting a lot lighter grey. As soon as it gets lighter grey, you kind of see it's probably like a bit less damp. Come through, feathering the throttle. Ooh, having to catch a spin here, catching another spin. Caught two mini spins there. This isn't going to be a very fast lap. Definitely probably going to have to go out again. Going through gingerly now. Very wet here. I can feel the rears going away from me. Going through now. Oh, going wide a bit. Got plenty of curves for that pit straight. Going through now. Going a bit wide. Hopefully don't get on the grass. And I'm going to have to lift off a tiny bit here. And coming through now. Going really wide onto the rumble strip. Now coming through to this large braking zone, braking hard. Ooh, locked up both tyres. I've gone really wide and I've gone off into the runoff area. I got in the middle of the hairpin, having to turn. Come on, let's just finish this lap. Cursing it down the pit straight. A lot of wheel spin there, and a 1:22. Not very quick. So we're gonna try again. Let's go through very slowly, very wet in this part. Oh god, nearly lost it again, and everyone's gone in the pits. I think maybe for wet tyres. I don't know if it's going to be wet conditions. We'll see how we go on this lap now. Going through Eau Rouge now. Can we get it right this time? No, we're still going wide on the runoff area. Locked up massively. I'm just going to go into the pits. I think probably going to have to stick on the wet tyres. Yep, just going to stick on the wet tyres here. Going to lap 4 and lean, and then we're going to go. And we are off, and the clouds have parted, but it is very damp, very wet, and as I said before in Q1, it stopped raining, which means it's probably even wetter. Quite strange. It looks drier than it was, but it's actually probably wet tyre conditions. Definitely wasn't intermediates. I couldn't work on the intermediates, so if it's not wet tyres, I really don't know what it is. But I'm going to go in. Seems everyone's going in. I'm just going to go in. It's very wet. Just going to see everyone's on wets, intermediates. I'm just going to maybe go on intermediates. I'll see how it is. It does look drier, so I'm curious. I basically just contradicted myself. I said it's probably wet weather, but I don't know, it looks a bit drier, so I'll see what it looks like on the intermediates. But I just wanted to see what everyone was going on in the pits. So
we should consider getting out on track. It's currently pretty quiet.
Lean mix here. I'm just gonna see what everyone's on. People are on wet tyres. Is that? Yeah, I think that was someone on wet tyres. So my team has gone out, so I can't really check what they're on. I'm just going to fast forward a bit. I'm 5th. This could be a bit dangerous. And Vettel set the fastest time on wets. And there are a few wets out there, so I'm going to go out on the wets, I think. There we go. On the wet, same wets, scrub tyres. So I probably could have stayed out, but I wasn't too sure, wasn't too confident. So here we go. Going out second time, lot of spray kick up from the back of the car, and we're going to run out of time to get to pit straight. So this is going to be our only flying lap. Right now I'm 5th, so not too bad on. That's the intermediate times. I don't know if I probably won't be able to go faster on these wets, but I'm just going to go. Vettel set the fastest time on wets, so maybe that's the way to go. So coming through now down the pit straight, coming to the first corner now. Working nice and early, gingerly, don't want to lock up massively, going through, taking a lot of the apex there, getting the car straight, cursing it. So coming through to Eau Rouge now, coming through, having to lift off a bit, now putting the power down. Obviously in the dry you can take that full throttle, using most of the curves, now only about a third left, down to the long hard braking zone where yeah, there you go, my brake is going to be cool. We're going to brake hard now, heat them up. Going through gingerly. Ooh, very dry part of the track here. As you can see there, it's very light grey. Just going through, and here it's looking very dry right now, having to catch the rear. Going very slowly now, second gear down to first gear even, understeering a bit. And coming through. Not planning power just yet, now we are, and there's Schumacher, my teammate, getting out of the way. Thank you very much, man. And braking now, slowly weaving my way through. Yes, using apex to push myself left. Coming through, down, braking now, lock up on the left tire a tiny bit. Going through over the apex, bit dry here in the track. But this definitely feels like a better lap. Definitely feels like a better lap than the Inters. Going over now this tricky part where I can easily put it in the gravel. Coming through now, and we're 2 seconds 2.4 seconds slower than Vettel, but we've gone 10 seconds faster than our previous sector time, so that's quite funny. I'm right now I'm in 10th. I've been moved down to 10th, but I'm going faster. But I'm going 10 seconds faster than I was, but I'm still 2 seconds slower than Vettel. Quite strange. So coming through now to the pit straight, getting the car straight, cursing it down the pit straight. Let's see what sort of time it will be, and it was a faster time, but still didn't make any places. But we're 10th, and Mark Webber, Button, Alonso, and my teammate Schumacher all out. Daniel Ricciardo, my old teammate, is in 5th. Wow, that's weird. I moved team, and he's doing better now. Does that mean I was oppressing him or something? just having me in the next to him in the pit garage was just depressing him, and he couldn't go as fast. But that was really surprising. The 3 top runners really out in Q2, so I'm in Q3 just. And what weather is it going to be? Intermediates. So we shall see what is what. We will go out now. And it's looking a bit drier. This Mercedes looks quite nice in the sun here. That silver body. Although I do hate the look of it though. That really annoying, ugly nose. You can even see it from this view, this camera angle. You can see that little tiny nose. It just looks weird. Oh god, it just looks so weird. Toro Rosso's car definitely looked a bit better in terms of how it looked with the nose. It's coming through now on the steering, not getting the apex right there. Bit of curves down to Eau Rouge, and we're probably going to have to lift off a tiny bit in the middle of the corner. I'm through now. Not lifting, and I've managed not to lift. I went on the grass a bit, but I didn't lift. We used a bit of curves down to the straight. Just feels a lot faster than Q2. Braking hard now, understeer, sorry. Coming through, ooh, catching the rear there, over the apex, ooh, catching it again. So coming through to the understeer corner, will we understeer here again? I'm going really slowly down to gear 1. Going through, having to catch it in the middle of the corner. And coming through, don't brake, just lift off. And I've understeered off the track. In the dry, you can usually just lift off. You don't have to brake through that corner. But obviously, you'll probably have to be in like gear 3 to do that. So coming through using the apex to push myself left. And my engineer is blabbing on about low fuel. Going through, ooh, a little skittish. And it's looking like a nice lap right now. Let's see how this last sector unfolds. Ooh, having to catch it again. I'm through now, and I'm the first one out on track setting time, so it's all going to be purple. So coming through now, will we have to lift for this next corner? And Hamilton has set a time actually, so no, I'm the 5th out. Well, let's see what the time will be like. I've gone wide a bit. Vettel set the fastest time now. He is on pole. Not good for me. He's really one I need to try and catch, and obviously after this weekend I'll be able to choose my rival, and I'll probably end up choosing him. And that wasn't a very fast time, 1 second off the pace, down in 6th place. But yeah, going back to Vettel being on pole for now, not very good, as I need to try and get some points away from him, as I'll probably end up choosing him as my rival. No, Hamilton's on pole right now. He's been knocked off by Hamilton. So Vettel down in 2nd on the first row, but still, definitely probably after this weekend, I think it's the rival choice. So I'll probably end up choosing Vettel because he's right there, as I said in my last video. I think I said in my last video or one before that he's right there, so he will be my rival, and it'll give a nice ending to this quite good season that I've enjoyed making for you guys. But talking like that, it's not. We're just reaching halfway now. We've still got a lot of races to go. Plenty of drama, action stuff to happen, and it can probably all start here in Spa. Very historic, great track, and many things have happened here. Some dramatic crashes in the wet, and some really great overtakes, including last year, 2011, Mark Webber through a Rouge, brilliant overtake. Maybe I'll do the same on one of my overtakes. You never know. So coming through, and the session time's ended, so this is my last chance to get a good lap time in, I've been told by my engineer, as always. So I'm 8th now, so I've been dropped down. Ricciardo is ahead of me right now. My old teammate in the Toro Rosso, which should be a worse car, is doing better than me right now, and that's what I was saying to you guys, that really oh god, caught the rear. The reason why I was doing pretty well and getting like 2 wins with the Toro Rosso is really just because the Toro Rosso really improved upon itself, and was much better than the Lotus and Mercedes cars, and as you can see right now it's happening. But it might be also due to the rain. My teammate Schumacher's out. I'm going to give up on that lap. That was a dismal lap. I'm going to give up, and so we're going to have to start. We're starting 8th, and Ricciardo's in front of us, and then Felipe Massa. Hamilton's on pole again, the championship leader. He's just running away with it right now. So I hope you enjoyed that episode, guys. I've been Arifa, and tune in tomorrow for the race, what should be quite a dramatic race probably, because it is Spa. And perhaps give this video a like for daily F1 2012 content. And again, hope you enjoyed it, and enjoy the rest of your day.